Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry also echoing the governor's orders during a press conference just a few hours ago. On your side's Jeff Vallon was there and continues our team coverage tonight.
Yes, good evening. Case in point that things change quickly these days, sometimes by the hour. In his update this afternoon at 3 o'clock, Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry clarified that with the governor's mandate of 50% capacity limit at socially driven businesses and the local 50-person rule, it is the lesser number that matters. For example, a restaurant with normal capacity of 80 must cap at 40, not 50. And those limits require the inclusion of staff as well as patrons in the calculation. Now, the mayor and other officials mentioned that socially driven businesses include such places as theaters, coffee shops, and even daycares. They pointed out that violations can be treated as criminal offenses. The mayor said the city expects to have drive-thru coronavirus testing available by the end of the week, but that it will be available locally only to Duval County residents and will require setting an appointment online or via an app. Mayor Curry acknowledged that this is a severe economic disruption, but reiterated that it comes down to prioritizing health, which falls to individual responsibility.
I'm sure you've all seen there's a Fred Rogers quote circulating on social media lately saying, "Look for the helpers." Jacksonville, it's time for us to be helpers, each and every one of us. Help your neighbors, help your friends, and play your part in social distancing.
The mayor said, of course, updates can be expected soon and often. For now, we're going to send it over to On Your Side's Jocelyn Howard.